Honorable Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, my running mate. Our National Chairman, Samuel Ofosu-Ampafo. Our former Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Edward Duajaho. The Minority Leader, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu. Members of Parliament, ex-appointees, the family of our late President, Professor John Evans Atta Mills, all our comrades gathered here to mark the anniversary of his death, all our friends who have joined us in mourning, our colleagues from allied parties. I want to thank all of you for taking your time to be with us to mourn a great man. I wish to note before I speak that our founder was here earlier this morning to also pay his respects to the late President, Professor John Evans Atta Mills. Almost 8 years ago, on August 10th, we laid to rest the mortal remains of a great man. On that day, it was a very hot and sweltering August afternoon. And something remarkable happened just when the Reverend ministers were saying the prayers before we laid his body to rest. There were leaders of all faith, Muslims, Christians, traditionalists, everybody was here. And the sun was shining very harshly that afternoon. We were all by the graveside sweating. And something happened. The late Molvi Wahab Adam, of blessed memory, because of the intense heat, collapsed. And so an ambulance was sent for. He was put under the shade of those trees on the right there. And several of the reverend ministers and other leaders of faith-based organizations rushed and tried to comfort him while we waited for the ambulance. The ambulance arrived and parked somewhere here. A stretcher was brought, and he was put on the stretcher. And they started to take him to the ambulance. Just as they put him in an ambulance and were about to take off, I remember the Reverend Palmer Buckle jumped into the ambulance and followed the late Molvi Wahab Adam to the 37 military hospital and stayed with him until they had put him on his bed and made sure he was stable before he left. It is remarkable that this happened at a time that we were laying to rest a man that we all remember as a man of peace and a man of unity. A man who saw everybody as one. Throughout his life, he did not see people as different. He saw all Ghanaians as one people. In opposition, he fought for peace. In power, he governed with peace. We called him Asumdwehene, which means the King of Peace. He left us a nation at peace with itself and united. We were not the richest or most powerful nation in this world, but we were a happy nation, with everybody going about his business without anxiety or fear. You can be the richest person, or you can live in the richest nation. You can be the most powerful person on earth, or you can live in the most powerful nation on earth. If you don't have peace, you have nothing. God gifted us a bountiful nation, rich with resources. God gifted us a talented people, diverse in our languages and culture, but united in our citizenship of this nation we call Ghana. Professor Mills was a father for all of us. One who considered all of us his children. Today, Ghanaians are crying for such a father. One who will see all of us as one, as his children. Today, Ghanaians are crying for peace and unity. Today, Ghanaians are crying for a nation where all the opportunities will be open to all of us and not a selected few. Today, Ghanaians are crying for a nation where there will be justice for all, irrespective of your political affiliation or your ethnic origin. Today, Ghanaians are crying for a nation where all of us will be considered as citizens, united in our diversity. Today, Ghanaians are crying for a nation where we shall all be equal before the law. May God grant us this peace and this unity. I stand today before the tomb that holds the mortal remains of the Asumdwehene, the King of Peace. And I pledge that I'll continue his fight for the peace and unity of this country. May this anniversary of his death be a turning point in the fortunes of our nation. May his peace and grace guide us as a nation. May his peace and grace guide us as a party to the victory we so desire in the elections of December 2020. So that as a party and as a leadership, we shall restore to this country the peace and unity we once enjoyed. So that we may, as a leadership and a party, put back to work the many thousands of people who have lost their jobs under this government. So that we may, as a party and leadership, relieve Ghanaians of the excruciating hardship that they currently face. So that we may, as a leadership and a party, restore justice for all, no matter one's political affiliation or ethnic origin. So that we may, as a leadership and party, restore opportunities for all our citizens without favor to a select few. May His grace continue to abundantly bless us. And on this occasion, our hearts go out to his wife, Her Excellency Ernestina Nadu Mills, to his family, his brothers, sisters, extended family. Our hearts go out to you. And to his son, Kofi, our hearts go out to you. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, before I take my seat, may I pay my respects also to one of our fallen comrades. Just this morning, I received news of the passing of an activist of our party, a great analytical mind, a prolific writer who always rose selflessly to the defense of our party. Oheninana Obontikro, as informed, has passed away. May his soul rest in perfect peace. May I crave your indulgence to let us all rise and pay a minute's silence to this great comrade of ours. May his soul and the soul of the faithfully departed rest in perfect peace. Amen.